Hello and welcome again to Elwing Arwen Tarot. I'm Elwing Arwen, and today we're going to look at a message from Hekate. Now, she has been coming in pretty strong recently for me anyway, and I really felt a strong urge today to see what message she has for the collective in general. So today we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. I love this deck. And the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray, and the Light Seers Tarot. This is one of my absolute favorite decks. Anyway, so let's get started and let's see what message Hekate has for you today. All right, so what message? Oh, all right, I think we're gonna go with this one. The Crone. Okay. All right, I feel like there's another card because that is one of her symbols. The crow, the raven. What else do we have? The gem. Okay, so we have the crone and we have the gem. And let's see, if I put these up here like this, you should be able to see them a little better. All right, thank you. And then let's see from this deck, what message does Hekate have today? So this one was moving. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Ah. All right, and is there another one? Maybe this one. The Sage, be devoted and committed. Okay. All right. Thank you, Hekate. All right. So she's definitely coming in with the crow here and the crone. So the crone is known to be a wise woman, definitely in that sage mentality. The sage of teaching, being devoted to your craft, being committed to the people that you're servicing and helping, for sure. And then we have the moon, take note of intuitive messages. Okay, and then we have the gem. There is something here. There is a specific message that you've been given, something that you're holding on tightly to, with the crone and the coin here, or the crow and the coin. A message that Hekate has given you herself. So you have the hand holding the crow. You're holding on to this message. You have this gem buried deep, deep inside of you. And you're not sure who you should trust or how to get it out, and so right now you're just holding on tightly to it. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. What message are we getting from Hekate today? One of my cats is actually pawing at the door. I don't know if you can hear that, but you may be. Hold on a second. There's something there about a message from a black cat or a tuxedo cat. 'Cause mine are, or two of mine are tuxedo. Two are calico. I have too many cats. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna get anything from the cards just yet because there's something else. Hekate has been standing outside your door, wanting to be let in. You have deities and guides, even if this isn't particularly or specifically Hekate, you do have guides, deities, angels wanting you to open up and to let them share their messages with you. And maybe you've just been holding on tightly to one particular deity, one particular entity, and they're saying, no, it's time to open the door and to let whatever's gonna come in, come in. Like, stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to make something that isn't there. Stop trying to fit like a puzzle piece. Stop trying to fit everybody together. Stop trying to make sense of the messages. Like, you may be getting signs from multiple different deities, and they're like, yes, all of them. Like, yes, it's not just one or the other, it could be all. And they all have something to say, and so you need to open up and let them in. That's what I'm getting. Okay, wow, that was all very, definitely very intense. Sometimes spirit is like that, right? Okay, all right, so let's see, I guess, if there are any messages from the tarot deck. I may have the wrong tarot deck for this. Okay, yeah, I do. That's part of it. Okay, cool. Give me a second, guys. I will, apparently, I need to grab the right deck for the job. And I did not, and that's on me. Whew, okay. All right. Okay, Hekate. What? These are very slippery cards. That's why I don't particularly like them. But what messages do you have today about, whoa, 8 of Shells, quest and renewal. That's the 8 of Cups, right? Yes. See, I don't like using this deck in readings because I always get the symbols wrong. I just do. Oh, very humbling. Ooh, man, okay. Awakening, renewal, enlightenment. All right. That's the Judgment card. The 7 of Shells, 7 of Cups, choice and ambition. So usually this one is, I'll put them up here. Usually this one shows the different cups and like you have choices. So there's definitely choice and ambitions and, oh. Okay, this is intense. Hold on a second. There's another card in here, I feel like. So let me grab that one. 2, 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards. Okay. 7 of crystals. That's the 7 of pentacles. You have the 5 of shells or 5 of cups. And the 2 of shells. Union and harmony. Hope and readjustment. Options and result. Okay, let me stop and let me explain what I'm seeing in these 3 first. Okay, you have to let go of whatever isn't serving you. Not just what isn't serving you, these ideals that you've held on to. Like the idea of, I can only have one deity, I can only have one spirit guide, or I can only connect in one way. Multiple ways, multiple options. That's what the 7 of shells over here is saying. It's like, hey, by the way, you have all of this room. You can do whatever you want. It's the lobster, like not the crab. The lobsters, they can go wherever. The crab can only like skitter back and forth, basically. They go side to side. Crab or lobsters, you have whatever options are available to you, so use them. Apparently, even if you're like, oh, I can only use one social media platform, or I can only write a book, or I can only find clients in this one specific way. And they're saying, no, scratch that, reverse it. Multiple. You have multiple options. And the awakening card here, it says renewal, enlightenment. They're asking you to step into that power. And you see, okay, you see the peacock here. Beautiful peacock. You've got the sun and the moon, these little bitty glyphs. Like, step into your power. Stop trying to hide who you are. Step into it. You have the ability to use multiple modes of communication. You have the ability to have these multiple streams of income. Stop trying to fit into one box. You are not a box. You're not going to fit into one box. I was gonna say you're not a box fitter, and then I realized that sounded weird, but you're not a box fitter. So there you go. All right, then we had the 7 of crystals. This is the 7 of pentacles. Options, results. Like, it may take longer because you have more options. It may take longer for some of this to come through, but it's going to, or it may not be apparent immediately. It will come through though. You will see results the moment that you start stepping into your power and stop trying to hide it. See, be devoted and committed. Just keep showing up. Keep showing up. All right, then we have the 5 of shells. That's the 5 of cups. Hope, readjustment. Usually this one has the image of the guy who, like, he spilled 3 of his cups. He still has 2 cups that are full, but he has spilled 3 of his cups. Like, there's gonna be a period of readjustment for you, for sure. Like, there's this period of slight shift, but there's so much that's held in this last shell, in those 2 cups, that you're not really leaving anything behind. You're just having to readjust. Whew. Okay, and then the 2 of shells, union and harmony. Sometimes this can represent a choice, the choice card. I don't see it as sharing, it's being a choice though. It's more like this harmonizing of 2 modalities. So like 2 social media platforms, like maybe like tarot and oracle cards, or tarot and Lenormand, or tarot and runes, or, and that's just like in divination techniques. You're going to be merging 2 things together either way. And that's ultimately why you have the gem here. Let me pick this one up too. So the gem. It's this beautiful, translucent, gorgeous gem in the middle of this nest or field or what have you. But the gem is literally that ability to merge different modalities, all of these different things that you've been focusing and putting your time and effort into, the things that you've been learning and you've been creating, and I'm getting goosebumps. It's time to take it out and to show everybody, like, look, this is what I have. This is my talent. This is my ability. Nobody else has anything quite like it. There will be people who are similar to you or similar mindset, but yours stands out for some reason. It probably because you're deciding, like with the peacock again, like you're making the change. You're saying, no, I'm not going to stay in those old, outdated ways of thinking. I'm going to, if I merge these together, yeah, like they're great separately, but if I merge them together, they really stand out. If I merge them together, there's something even more beautiful that can come from it. I'm even seeing, like, I know people do this, but like a knitted blanket that has the crocheted edges, or like crocheted pieces of a blanket or an Afghan, like crocheted panels that are somehow knit into a cohesive pattern. Or, I mean, realistically, I guess it's even knitted pieces that can be crocheted together. Oh, that would be cool. Sorry. Anyway, but it's something like that, like along those lines. It's not that people don't do it. It's that the way that you're going to do it is going to be unique. It's not that people can't, or haven't tried, but maybe it's the way that you're doing it or the way you're explaining it that's going to stand out to people. Because, not everyone sees the world the way that you do. I think that's true of a lot of people who are spiritual. We have just a very different way of thinking. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about or what two modalities, I do a lot of things. I mean, that's the way that's the way I typically am, because I'm like, guys, you don't understand. I do a lot of things. I have a lot of hobbies, and I don't know what you mean by this. Take note of intuitive messages. Like, look around, you know, maybe go outside and watch the moon phases. Maybe this is saying, hey, go outside and connect with nature, connect with the earth. Something along, maybe that's why I was asked to bring out this specific tarot deck too. But really take note. Like, maybe go on walks every day, and then even if it's just around your house, like that's my walk, by the way. I literally walk laps around the house. There's a beaten path that I've made. But you know, there's so much in nature that I think sometimes we forget or we don't pay attention to. So we don't see those messages. I'm talking things like, you know, maybe the squirrels are acting more squirrely than usual. How are the nuts on the trees looking around you? What about the acorns? Or do you have any bushes that have berries on them? What about the birds? Like, are they acting in the same way? Are they acting differently? Do you have, you know, salamanders, skinks, snakes, any kind of reptile around you that you can watch? anything like that. Like, even if it's, you know, you just have a tree in your yard and a couple of bushes, like, okay, cool, you have insects somewhere, you know, like, take some time, get to know the place around you, the nature around you, sit outside in it, or stand outside in it, or bring a chair or something and just absorb the sunlight, okay, in my yard we have a ton of mosquitoes, so it's like, absorb the mosquitoes, but don't, because gross. That's not a virus, guys, don't do that. No, but like, go outside and just absorb nature, the smell of things, even if it just smells like dust. I don't know where you live. Right now it's dusty outside, it hasn't rained in weeks, but still, like, that in and of itself can be a symbol, right? And those synchronicities and those things that stand out to us, like, that's what we're looking for, right? Botanical gardens, I don't know, like city parks, nature trails, wide open fields. I don't know what you have around you. I don't know your life, but like, go out in nature, sit under a tree if you can safely do that, or a bush or a porch, and sit and breathe in nature. Like, take your shoes off, really ground your energy. Keep a journal even of the different signs that you see. Like, for example, we have king snakes in our yard sometimes, and like, I saw the king snake in our yard yesterday. I just like watched it for a bit because, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I don't know if it's a she or a him, but like, oh my gosh, gorgeous. And at the time I'm like, okay, so I know there are several different deities like associated with snakes, so which one is this? And I heard earlier, like, all of them, like, again, all of them, stop trying to choose. It's all of them. They're all trying to connect with you. Take a breath and like, just chill in that for a minute. But yeah, really look at the signs and the symbols coming. Like, even the aurora that happened this past week, where most of the US was able to see it again. Like, that's crazy. Second time this year. Absolutely insane. The earth, I think, is really just like crying out for us to pay attention to her. And I think that some of that healing happens when we do that, when we step into that role, right? Of, I'm not gonna use pesticides in my yard. I'm gonna grow clover. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna let things grow wild for a bit in the fall. I'm not gonna rake up all of my leaves. You know, if you have the option to do that, do it. Those are like the small steps. Like, they seem so small and insignificant. But if you do that, then, you know, the caterpillars in the spring are able to come out and they have homes, or the bees have a home, or like, I'm going to let the dandelions in my yard grow and they're going to spread like wildfire. And guess what? That's a great, great first food for the bees. I'm just saying, like, we have so much that the earth has given us. And I think we forget how easy it is to honor her and to genuinely take care of her. I went off on a wild tangent there, guys, but apparently somebody might have needed to hear that today too. I don't know. Like, are there bird feathers from non-migratory birds that are being left in your path? Or maybe you see the feather and you don't have to pick it up and take it home with you, because there are reasons why we have laws against that, okay? People have been horrible to our wildlife in many different ways. But yeah, guys, genuinely, just like, what is it that you're noticing, that you're seeing? What intuitive messages are you getting? Write those down, journal them down, take note, take stock of them. That's the kind of stuff, by the way, that's really going to make a difference in your, not just in the world in general, but like on your path. You have this insane amount of wisdom. You have these amazing nuggets. You have the ability to step into the spotlight. See, like the peacock stepping into the spotlight, and not for selfish reasons, but for like just genuinely trying to connect with others, trying to help others. That's hopefully what my channel is also doing. But yeah, I think that's it from Hekate, guys. Like, oh my gosh, this was a good reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on my channel next time. Take care of yourself, take care of the world. Make sure that I'm seeing like the journaling, and I've been doing a lot of gratitude lately. Make sure that you take time to show gratitude, to journal that out, to write them out, because that too is going to play an important part in your development. Just taking like that extra time to be thankful for the things in your life, whether they're going well or not or whatever. So yeah, that is it, guys. Whew. Blessed be. If you would like a reading, I have them available on my Ko-Fi. Link is in my profile. If you'd like a personalized reading, totally up to you, not at all necessary. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. Holy crap, you have an amazing path ahead of you. You do. And I hope that you have the courage to be able to step into that spotlight. All right, guys, I will see y'all next time. Bye.